This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Good evening and welcome to Headlines Now on NDTV Hindu. I'm Evelyn Matthew.
Substantial prima facie evidences against Lalit Modi. He'll be arrested, says City's top cop T. Rajendran.
Hi, I'm Peer Mohammed. I'm bringing you the latest on the preparations for ADMK's Madurai rally on Monday.
That's right, all of that coming our way in just a bit in the next 30 minutes. But first, a look at our top stories tonight. Amma receives 2 more death threats ahead of that big Madurai rally, this time from an outfit that calls itself the Aragiri Suicide Squad. With both sides unwilling to blink, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister seeks the Prime Minister's intervention to end the Neyveli impasse. The Chennai Police Commissioner says Lalit Modi may be summoned for questioning, needs a week to study the charges.
Having gone through these records, only I can come to a conclusion as to who are the people I can issue summons and things like that. That will be a logical step, but you'll have to wait for a week at least before that.
The Enforcement Directorate needs no time, issues a lookout circular against Modi at all airports across the country. Incessant rains grip the Nilgiris yet again, damaging the Ooty-Coonoor main road. It's now closed.
படிக்க அனுப்புற குழந்தைய இத மாதிரி லீவ் போட்டது காரணத்தை வச்சு இத மாதிரி ஒரு கொலவெறியோட அடிச்சிருக்காங்க.
A 9th standard student alleges that she was beaten up by her teacher, is hospitalized, but the school denies the charge. India puts up its best ever show in the history of the games. NDTV Hindu brings you the state's new sports stars.
Until quarterfinals, we were having a tough time, but then semi-finals and finals, Saha was brilliant.
From water purification to multiple intelligence, this year's Kulus says it all.
We always keep a different types of theme. No, there is religion and there is science and all.
And meet this fairy godmother this wedding season.
We started with just paper and plastic decorations the first year of the Taj Coromandel.
Let's also take a look at what's making news in the rest of the country. The blueprint of a multi-agency probe into the CWG corruption allegations is ready. Over 30 case files are ready. The Prime Minister hosts an evening to all the athletes and officials behind the CWG's success, but Suresh Kalmadi may just not be invited. Saina Nehwal tells NDTV about the match of her life and joins her other CWG luminaries as they meet the Prime Minister. And the Reserve Bank of India forms a subcommittee with a view to counter money lenders and fake currency. Well, on to our top story. 2 more death threats have found their way into AIADMK Supremo Ms. J. Jayalalitha's inbox. The total number of death threats to Amma has now gone up to 17. This comes ahead of her Madurai rally on Monday, where the leader of the AIADMK will try to outperform her earlier rallies in recent months. Anonymous suicide bombers have threatened to disrupt the event in the heart of the DMK's bastion. Peer Mohammed brings you the story.
A 1,000-member protection squad is being readied for Jayalalitha. Several thousand busloads of trained volunteers are expected to greet her in Madurai. Giant posters, digital banners, the run-up to the rally has attracted huge publicity after a series of death threats to force her to change the venue.
கருணாநிதி குடும்பத்திற்கு உங்களை அடக்கி ஆளும் சக்தியை அதிகாரத்தை நீங்கள் தருவீர்களா? தரக்கூடாது.
More than 15 death threats and still undeterred, but her senior party colleagues insist the state should increase the security cover for their leader. The Madurai roadshow could provide some indication about people's mood ahead of elections next year.
இதன் மீது உடனடியாக நடவடிக்கை எடுத்து மாண்புமிகு அம்மா அவர்களுக்கு இசட் கேட்டகரியில் வருகின்ற மாண்புமிகு அம்மா அவர்களுக்கு போதிய பாதுகாப்பு வழங்கப்பட வேண்டும். அதேபோன்று ஜெயா தொலைக்காட்சி நிறுவனத்திற்கும் உரிய பாதுகாப்பு வழங்கப்பட வேண்டும்.
The southern districts of Tamil Nadu were dominated by Jayalalitha's AIADMK before her rival MK Alagiri spread his influence. Jayalalitha's resurgence is significant as it comes after her party's senior ranks suffered desertions in the wake of crushing defeats in a series of by-elections. In Chennai, with Peer Mohammed, J. Santosh for NDTV Hindu.
And joining us for more inputs into that story is our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed, who joins us live right now. Peer, at ground level, Madurai, have these ever-flowing mails really disrupted the preparations in the district at all?
Evelyn, these letters as such have not disturbed the preparations of the ADMK leaders or the ADMK cadres. But the rivalry between the DMK and the ADMK is very much visible on the streets of Madurai. And now ADMK's ally and Pudhiya Tamilagam Chief Dr. Krishnasamy has just now come out with a statement saying that the police is not acting on the complaints of ADMK cadres when their digital banners are damaged by the DMK cadres on the streets, and the DMK cadres are putting up digital banners, accusing Jayalalitha. Even some of the statements put up on those banners, according to the reports coming from the ground in Madurai, or anti-women and not just anti-Jayalalitha, anti-women statements are pasted all over the place. A poster war is happening, a digital banner war is happening between the DMK and the ADMK 2 days ahead of the Madurai rally of the ADMK. Evelyn?
Right. Thanks very much indeed, Pete, for joining us with that latest, the poster war, as you call it. Now, in more news from the districts closing in almost a month into the strike by the Naval Lignite Corporation contract workers, there's finally someone who is paying heed to their calls. In the latest development, the Chief Minister, Karunanidhi, has written to the Prime Minister seeking an early solution to the complaints of the workers who have been on that strike. The 13,000 contract workers of the NLC have been demanding regularization and a hike in their salaries. The 3-week long strike is now likely to affect power generation in the state as well. Now, the news tightens around India's deposed cricket boss, Lalit Modi, a day after his passport was revoked by authorities. Police in Chennai investigating charges against him say he could be arrested if found that there is substantial prima facie evidence against him.
On October 13th, India's Cricket Board (BCCI) filed a 25-page complaint with the Chennai police against former IPL chief Lalit Modi. It said Modi misappropriated funds of 468 crore rupees in allotting media rights, free commercial time and security. Chennai Police Commissioner T. Rajendran told a press conference that 5 charges have been registered against Modi: criminal breach of trust, cheating, forgery, showing false accounts and criminal conspiracy.
Right now is we've been given lots of records, so we are poring over the records, and some of it is very complicated, so we are going to seek the help of experts. So after having gone through these records, only I can come to a conclusion as to who are the people I can issue summons and things like that. That will be a logical step, but you'll have to wait for a week at least before that.
Separately, the Enforcement Directorate has issued a lookout notice for Modi. It means he can be detained at all exit points and airports in the country. There's also a blue notice alert against him for violation of foreign exchange laws. In Chennai, with Sudarshan and Salim, Pratiksha for NDTV Hindu.
And joining us with more updates into that story is our crime reporter Salim, who has been watching that story very closely. Salim, is it very likely at this point that even if Lalit Modi is found in our very own city, Chennai, he will be taken into custody immediately?
Evelyn, if there are substantial prima facie evidences against Lalit Modi, the City Police Commissioner T. Rajendran very clearly says that the police will not shy away from arresting Lalit Modi. As of now, he says it's quite a big complaint that is lodged by BCCI Mr. Srinivasan, and that the police will take at least a week's time to go through the complaint completely. And after a week's time, the police will decide whether to summon Mr. Lalit Modi, and if there is enough prima facie evidences against him, the police will go for his arrest.
Right. Thanks very much indeed for joining us with that very crisp update. A 9th standard student studying in a private school was allegedly hit on her head by her teacher. The girl said another teacher and 2 students were witness to that incident and that the principal threatened her against complaining. The mother of the student has filed a complaint at the G3 police station and was also at the commissioner's office today.
குவார்டர் எக்ஸாம் முடிஞ்சு 10 நாள் லீவ் விட்டாங்களே சார். அந்த 10 நாள் லீவுக்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு வாரம் நான் லீவ் போட்டேன் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா. அப்புறம் திங்கக்கிழமை என் அம்மா இட்டுன்னு போய் சொல்லி விட்டாங்க. செவ்வாய்க்கிழமை மெடிக்கல் சர்டிஃபிகேட் கேட்டாங்க. அம்மா தரல, அன்றைக்கி எத்தனும் தரல. அப்போ மதியானம் அவங்க தமிழ் பீரியடு 3 மணிக்கு. அப்போ என்ன பண்ணாங்க, என்னை கேட்டு தனியாக கேட்டாங்க. நான் வந்து எத்தனும் வரல சிஸ்டர், நான் அதுக்கு இரும்பு ஸ்கேல் வச்சுன்னு இருந்தாங்க, உடம்புல அச்சுன்னு இருந்தாங்க. திடீர்னு தலையில் அடிக்கும் போது எனக்கு கிர்ன்னு இருந்துச்சு. இப்படி தலையை இப்படி பிடிச்சிக்கினேன், தலையை பிடிச்சி மயக்க வச்சு வீணிட்டேன்.
இதா மாதிரி ஒரு படிக்க அனுப்புகிற குழந்தைய இதா மாதிரி லீவ் போட்டது காரணத்தை வச்சு இதை மாதிரி ஒரு கொலவெறியோடு அடிச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. அதை கேட்காம போலீஸ் அதிகாரிங்க பொது மருத்துவமனையில் இருக்கிற ஒரு இது பார்க்காம இது பஞ்சாயத்து பண்ணின்னு காசு வாங்கி தரேன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க சார். நான் புருஷன் இல்லாத புள்ளிகளை மீன் வியாபாரம் பண்ணி என் சொந்த இறுதி நோயை வச்சுன்னு நான் ரோட்டில் கஷ்டப்பட்டு மீன் வியாபாரம் பண்ணி காப்பாற்றுறேன். என் புள்ளியை ரத்த வெள்ளத்தில் ஆக்கிறதுக்கு அவ்வளோன்னா அந்த புள்ளிக்கு கொலவெறி, அதுனா சைக்கோவா? இதை மாதிரி வேற ஒரு புள்ளிக்கு நடக்கக்கூடாது.
Meanwhile, the school management has denied those charges. Let's in fact listen in to their side of the story.
ஒரு 3:30 to 4க்குள்ளே 2 கேர்ள்ஸும் ஒரு டீச்சரும் பிள்ளையை கூட்டிகிட்டு வந்தாங்க. வந்து சிஸ்டர் மாதிரி கவிப்பிரியாவுக்கு அடிபட்டுருக்குது சிஸ்டர், கொஞ்சம் வாங்க சிஸ்டர்னா. அப்போ என் முன்னாடி ஒரு ஃபயர் எக்ஸ்டிங்ஷர் மிஸ்டர் சார்ல்ஸ் அப்படின்னு என்னோட இப்படி உட்காந்து பேசிக்கிறப்ப டீச்சர்ஸ் வந்து எங்களுக்கு சொன்னாங்க. அப்புறம் உடனே கூட்டிகிட்டு போயிட்டு அவளுக்கு ஊற்றுது ரத்தம். அப்புறம் உடனே எல்லாம் துணியெல்லாம் வச்சு தொடச்சி எடுத்துகிட்டு அவளுக்கு ஐஸ் க்யூப் கொண்டு வர வச்சு அந்த ஐஸ் க்யூப்பை வச்சு உடனே ஆட்டோ வர வச்சு கையில் காசை கொடுத்து உடனே பத்மா கிளினிக் போய் கூட்டிகிட்டு போயிட்டு வாங்கம்மான்னு சொல்லிட்டு எங்கள் மிஸ் செல்வியும் ஓஏ அவங்க 2 பேரும் அனுப்பிச்சி வச்சோம். டாய்லெட்டுக்கு போகும்பொழுது அவளுக்கு வெளியிலேருந்து ஒரு கல் விழுந்துருச்சு அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவளே என்கிட்ட சொன்னான். அது பொய், அவள் கொடுக்குற ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் பொய்யான ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்.
Well, this is headlines now on NDTV Hindu. India may be on a glittered and a dazzled position at the national capital, but for now, time for the audits to begin.